It's ready for a lock takedown video. Learn how to take down your locks. Hey everybody, so I am back with another video. It's a quarantine DIY, and this is a much requested and much needed video on how to take down your locks. So if you are wearing goddess locks, faux locks, passion locks, angel locks, lock extensions, any kind of locks with not your hair, keep watching. All right, so I put these locks in my hair just to cause as an example for you guys. I did not have a full head of locks. These are just an example, but you can kind of see the type of locks if you were thinking about getting some whenever we do open back up. This is a neater version. This is an all synthetic lock. And this is what you would call like more of that passion-ish, like messy lock look. A whole bunch of these will give you that like messy look, boho-ish look. There's boho locks as well. There's all types of locks. So let me get right into it and show you guys how to take these out. So first, what you're gonna need, a few essentials, very important. If you don't have a small pair of scissors, preferably with a pointy edge, at home, go ahead and pick these up from CVS. Need some oil by That's That Magic. I am recommending because listen, honey, it makes that that debris at the end slip on out. All right, so we are gonna be close up and personal. Okay, first things first. This is really for my clients who have gotten locks installed at my hair studio, because I install them a certain way. So the way I install my locks are by first doing a plait. I don't plait all the way down. I plait about halfway down, and the rest of the hair is hanging. I then crochet through the top and wrap past the end of that plait, to make however long the lock is going to be. I do not add hair to that plait, because it makes it much more difficult to take the locks out when it's time to take them out. Okay, that's first things first. Secondly, if you haven't gotten your locks done at our studio, but you're looking for just a way to take your locks out, this is going to be the easiest technique. However, I don't know how they wrap your locks. So I wrap one way all the way down. And I also do knots, every few wraps. I don't know how your person put them in. So this is not a one size fits all. This is more so just for that technique that I'm using, but go ahead, try this technique. And if it works for you, great. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clip away excess locks that we're not focused on right now. Okay. So what I'm going to do, if your locks are old, then you should already be seeing something like this going on at the top. Maybe, maybe not. But what we're going to do is we want to unwrap. We want to unwrap the opposite way of which it's wrapped. So you see how that's kind of starting to give me some slack. As soon as you get some slack, I like to see that much slack because it makes it easy to decipher between my hair and the other hair. There's my daughter. Move, Morgan. Okay, so now after you have gotten that piece cut, all you're gonna do is pull that out of the braid, okay? And you should see that there. And then look how easy this is. You're just gonna slide it off. Cool. You do want to give it, Morgan, move. Want to give it some elbow grease because these locks have been in your hair for a long time, especially those of you who are pushing 4 months. Don't go past 4 months. Don't go past 4 months. Anyway, so your lock has been in there for a long time. Your hair naturally wants to lock along with this hair. It's another reason why I do not add hair at the end of this plait underneath. Okay, but you see how easily it slid off, and you should be able to slide the whole entire lock off in one piece. Okay, let's try that again. Do this one more time. So it's wrapped clockwise, so I'm going to unwrap counterclockwise, and you see as I unwrap counterclockwise, I am getting slack. I'm going to cut it. Okay? Then you're going to pull that slack out. It should look like this once you've cut that slack, and you're going to pull it off. Now, if you're pulling and you're not getting it off right away, hold the root and give it a harder tug. It'll come off. You just have to tug on it, elbow grease. Okay? All right, so now we have, you should have a full head of braids that look like this. Okay? So now what we're gonna do is take our rat tail comb, and we're gonna go ahead and take these out. All right, so now you should have a full head of unravel braids all over your head. What I like to do is every row I take out, and yours is not going to look as clean as mine because I just put these in for the sake of this video. Yours is going to look a little bit more like this at the top, even though you already took your braid out. The reason why is because right at the top of that lock, debris has formed over time. You got lint, shedded hair, buildup from products. And so what you want to do is break that up. So every time I finish a row, what I do is I take my That's That Magic oil. And if you feel like you got a lot of debris, like it feels like a little lump, then mix that in with some, like a spray bottle with water too. But what I do is just spray a little bit there and I rub it in. And I do that to every section down here, every section, okay, in that row, and I let it sit and I move on to the next row. I take those locks out and I take those braids down, and what that's helping to do is break down that debris. So once you get to that, back to that row, and you've let that sit in those braids or those areas that you've taken down, what you want to do, and we're going to pretend that we have debris or whatever sitting here, okay? What you want to do is first take your rat tail comb and pick through it, okay? Pick through it. If you're having a hard time, spray more oil, spray a little bit more water. Pick through it some more until it separates. And then you can just do this and separate it, okay? Then you want to, as soon as it starts to look close to what my hair looks like right now, then you want to comb that debris out with your fine tooth comb. Comb that debris out, okay? You do not want to go to wash your hair with all that debris in every section. The longer you have had your locks in, the more hair, oh my God, what's going on? The more hair you're going to see come out. That's because your hair sheds over time. So that hair that has been shedding from your scalp during the lifespan of your locks, it didn't have anywhere to go. So it was either sitting at the top or inside of your lock. And so I don't want you to get weary if there's so much hair coming out or there's more hair you're combing out than normal. That is what's supposed to happen, okay? But what is most important is that you get all of the debris. You want to be able to comb through every single section just like this before you go to wash. The reason why I'm saying this is very important is because you go to wash your hair without detangling every single section that I box braided before I put on your locks. If you just go straight to the shower without doing that, you will have a lot of hair loss because you're going to end up yanking hair out because you're trying to comb it out. That's the wrong technique. Do not do that. Please, if you feel like you can't do this by yourself, find someone in your household, show them this video, and have them do that for you so that you don't lose any hair. This is a protective style, and just because Rona showed up and decided to, you know, curb everybody from getting their beauty treatments does not mean you need to lose some hair because of that. Let's not use Rona as an excuse to lose some hair, okay? Your locks were put in so that you can grow your hair, okay? All right. DM me if you have any questions, concerns, or you need me to elaborate anymore. You can comment down below. Share this with a friend. Once again, I say, if you know your locks were installed the way mine were, then this video is useful to anyone who has their locks installed this way. So make sure you're sharing with your friends, anyone who has locks installed right now and are like, Jesus, I need to get these locks out or I'm going to look like Jesus in a second. It's going to be good. It's going to be all right, you guys. I hope you are all staying home and you're not trying to figure it out and risking your life by doing that and going to see somebody. We will be open again as soon as the state says we can open. We miss you. We love you all. Take care.